What's up, YouTube? Angry Jackalope, Rob Ricks. Attempt number 3 here. Holy fuck. I was playing around with DLive and some other stuff, and now I had to reset all my fucking settings. So anyway, hopefully this is sounding right, looking right, all that other jazz. Let's do this. Let me scoot this guy like this. Oh, wifey's watching. That's good. Let's do this. Looks good. Live stream. Why is it like orange though? That should be like green, I would think. Your viewers are happy. Okay, viewers may be experiencing some minor issues. We'll heal. Huh. Okay, well, we'll see what's what. Let's see. Let's check out the chat here. What's up, y'all? What's up, Yakety Yak? Tenchi, Vixen, Backwoods, Garen, Paula, Wifey Wife. News was up. Meow, 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 meow. Play Jockey, I'm just glad I finally got a notification. YouTube likes to play games. Yeah, they do. And we'll see what happens after this particular show. Brian, what's up? Magic. All right. We got the usual fucking suspects up in this motherfucker. All right, so let's do this. Let me get this all like that. So today we're gonna talk some conspiracy stuff. We're also gonna talk about some really dumb fucking people. First one we're gonna really just hammer on is this dumbass Senator Maureen Walsh, Republican, in Seattle. And it's actually hilarious because I kind of understand what this bitch was trying to say, but the way she went about saying it and the implications of the shit she said show two things. First and foremost, and it's sad because she says she actually has, I think she said her mom was a nurse, which I'm like, okay, anybody who has a mom or somebody that they love as a nurse, food coloring on them, you suck. I don't have any food coloring right now because they're doing that shit right now. Anyone who has a nurse as a fucking family member knows the bullshit that nurses go through on a regular. Oh, grandmother was a nurse. Still, same shit. But funny thing is, like, I've got my mom's a nurse, my wife's a nurse, my mother-in-law was a nurse, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And it is really kind of they're like stuntmen. They're like medical stunt people. Like, they are the unsung fucking heroes. And they deal with a lot of shit. And a lot of times, when they're supposed to be taking their breaks, they might be knee deep in blood, guts, and gore, solving a medical emergency, and then all of a sudden they're not going, oh, it's my lunchtime, I'm gonna go step away now and go eat my fucking sandwich. In fact, I think a running gag my mom used to say is she would eat her lunch all shift long, one bite at a time. So she'd run, take a bite, come back, do whatever, run, take another cold ass bite, blah blah blah, etc., etc. So, you know, this lady, I know she is fucking hating life right now because she made the big faux pas of saying, and I quote, nurses in smaller hospitals, quote, probably play cards for a considerable amount of the day. Okay. First and foremost, even in rural hospitals, I can't picture a fucking nurse sitting with a deck of cards playing solitaire. I just can't see that shit. I just can't see it. Now, I think what she was trying to say is, in some very rural sounding hospitals, there might be some time where they have some dead time where, you know, nothing's happening. But as my wife pointed out, and I am in staunch agreement with her, A lot of times, hospitals are the ones that are mandating all the crazy shifts and everything else. So, and they're trying to make money. Make no mistake, hospitals are in business to make money. You know, gone are the days where hospitals were like, hey, we want to save people and help people. No, they want to monetize and make money. And it's funny because they'll have nurses reviews and salary bonuses and things of that nature, raises, things of that nature, based off of not how many lives are saved, not how many good suggestions are made to optimize methodologies or anything of that nature, but more so, what did the customer, the patient, think? And they have to deal with bullshit like, oh, it was noisy. It was very noisy in my room. Or, oh, I was supposed to get my meds at 2 a.m, but I didn't get my meds until 2:15. Yeah, it could be because the patient in the next adjacent room to you was coding out and almost dying, and they needed all hands on deck to handle that shit. But you, for your little tummy ache, needed to have some meds, and it was a little bit of time to wait. And so you wrote a shitty review, thereby causing a nurse to not get a fucking much needed raise because you were treating that hospital visit like a fucking 5-star hotel. So it's obvious that this bitch is not at all in understanding what happens inside of the hospital environment, because she further went on to say some shit like, where was it? You're talking about the, here it is. Well, if we have any issues with nurses getting tired, let's quit letting them do 12-hour shifts. Let's let them do 8-hour shifts, like most standard shifts are. Walsh said on Tuesday, 12 hours? I know they want it, but then they come back and they start talking out both sides of the mouth and telling us how tired they are. Okay, bitch, a nurse could work a 6-hour shift. It could be a hellacious shift where she is running 12,000 steps on that shift. And judging by your little pudgy ass, I'd be surprised if you get more than, I don't know, maybe 500 steps to and from your office, have your assistants bring you coffee and whatnot. So my advice to you, bitch, is to shut the fuck up, because you don't obviously know what the fuck you're talking about. Let's talk about the 12-hour shifts. So first and foremost, nurses are getting fucked with a 12-hour shift, because in a normal workforce, if you work 8 hours, anything beyond 8 hours is considered time and a half. Well, if I work an 8-hour shift and I'm working a particular job, I get to go and get a lunch break and 2 15-minute breaks, because guess what? That's what it is by law. Now, the hospitals have fucked nurses and said, well, you can't work your shift in 8 and do a shift change and do all your charting the way you're supposed to. So they got tired of paying these nurses overtime. And so they came up with this idea of a 12-hour shift. And so the nurses were kind of like, okay, that's not too bad, because we could work 3 12s, which is 36 hours. It's not quite 40 hours, but that would give us 4 days off on a given week, and you would have 1 dead day, and you'd have 3 basically decent days off. It sounded like that's a pretty good compromise. But make no mistake, the hospital is making out like fucking bandits here. So, yeah. And let's talk about breaks and stuff. So my wife's like, breaks, lunches, unheard of. Yeah, because my mom used to tell me she had the most amazing bladder on the planet, because she would go 8 hours straight. And this was 8 hours back in the day, 8 hours straight without a pee break. Without a pee break. And God forbid you had to take a shit. If you had to take a shit, boy, you better hold it till it's almost burst time. Run in, drop that shit like it's hot, and then come run back and, handle business, So I heard this and was like, wow, that is pretty fucked up. Furthermore, this bitch says, the fact is 61% of our critical access hospitals are in the red, and mandated breaks and lunch hours are not an issue in these facilities across the state. So let's stop and think what she says right here. 61% of our critical access hospitals are in the red. That means that they're not making the money that they're supposed to, right? That's what she's implying there. They're in the red, operating outside of a profit margin. Well, some of that is because a lot of these fucking bullshit states are making hospitals foot the bill for illegals. Okay? So, yeah, they're operating in red because there's a lot of procedures, a lot of bullshit that people come in asking for. Like, there are some people that aren't sick. They're not sick. They'll come in and they'll say, oh, I have a stomach ache. And they'll say, okay, so tell us what's going on. Oh, I got a stomach ache, blah, blah, blah. I shit little rabbit pebbles or whatever. It's like, okay, you're constipated. Yeah, but we want to do a full scan. We want to do this. We want to do that. When it's like, you don't really need that. We could do an ultrasound, see what's going on with your stomach. It's not going to be nearly as expensive. Oh, no, we want to do this. We read on the internet, we should do this because this is probably sphincter cancer. And WebMD has told us he has 5 minutes to live, so we'd like to do that right now. Well, yeah, you're an illegal, and you don't have money, but we're paying for your shit for free, so sure, we'll go order all these super expensive fucking things for you, and you know what? We got to make our money back somehow. Yeah, let's fuck the nurses over. That's what happens. That, as well as fucking over other patients that really do need procedures or something else, and they don't get it. So I'm looking at this in the red, and mandated breaks and lunches are not an issue. No, they are an issue because they don't have relief nurses 9 times out of 10. They don't have nurses that come in and say, hey, you are supposed to take a break. Go take a fucking break. I will watch these other patients in these rooms that aren't critical right now. Go take your break. They don't have that. They don't have that across the board. Okay? So, and then it says, rural hospitals, which much fewer patients than our urban hospitals, and the bill is not necessary for them in meeting the needs of their patients or the hospital's budgets. Wow. So this is an example of somebody who is fiscal conservative, saying, oh, we're trying to balance budgets and this, that, and everything else. But there's a right and a wrong way. And what this bitch is talking about here is she's trying to make examples, citing something that isn't necessarily indicative of the industry. And trust me when I say, she is now paying the price for that shit. So there you go. There's a dumb bitch for the day. Dumb bitch for the day. Let's see what you guys are talking about here. Let's see. Sick here. How about you, Brian? I'm not too bad. Great. Me and little buddy made tie-dye eggs this year. Nice. Simicon, what's going on, you filthy animals? Nada. Let's see, Blade. Here we share my aunt runs a hospital here in Philly. They do gunshot wounds at least twice a day. They don't get enough credit. Nope, they don't. They're like the first line. They're the ones that get knee deep. They deal with the fucking nastiest, filthiest shit. And people just treat them like they're fucking, now I know somebody's going to take offense to this next statement, but I'm just going to say it. They treat them like they're waitresses. Go give me a Coke. Go do this. Fluff my fucking pillow. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, dude, are you fucking serious? It's a fucking nurse that went through massive amount of training, massive amount of incurred debt to become a nurse in the first place to help save people. And you're like, give me a Coke and give me meds. It's like, okay, you're fucking stupid shit. Tenji, I don't know, Rob. See nurses play cards with patients. Yeah, you're not in America, so that doesn't count. Vixen, my little buddy says he wants to be a nurse because they do more work than doctors. That's very true, but they don't get paid as much as doctors either. I just call that good said, but bedside manners. Oh, okay, you're saying playing cards with the patients. Well, that's different. I mean, again, look, this is a very serious thing. I'm not making light of none of this because in this day and age, what somebody says rallies people across the board, and it's really fucking nuts. It's nuts. Like, I'm hearing this shit and I'm understanding a little bit of what she was trying to say, and I'm like, okay, your ignorance in the matter is what you're getting fucked over for, because you're talking that shit talking out of both sides of their mouth. That shit pissed me off. I'm like, okay, you as a person who claims you have had a family member, even if it was a fucking one of these golden 1900 nurses that were working in a hospital in the church hospitals and stuff like that, they still were unsung fucking heroes. They put themselves in really precarious positions. Like I recall nurses that were dealing with what is that shit? The different diseases and stuff. There's one disease I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm drawing a blank on it right now. Where you stay in close proximity to these fuckers and body parts start falling off. I forget what that shit is. You guys know what I'm talking about. You guys will throw it up in the chat. Let's see. Yeah, nurses fucking, man, they go through a lot of shit. And my wife is a nurse, so I see it firsthand, and it kind of fucking really pisses me off. Paula says, nurses I go to go above and beyond a Call of Duty. Now, make no mistake, there are some nurses that get burned out, they get really jaded, and there are some shitty nurses. But, leprosy, thank you, Tenchi. But there are some nurses, like my wife, that really go above and beyond and really try to help, even though some of the patients don't deserve that level. Let's see. 12-hour shifts aren't no joke. That's what I do. Yep, exactly. The 12 could turn to 15 and so on and so forth. Yeah, exactly. See, don't talk about that shit. The hospitals, the administrators are the dickheads. Those are the ones that will sit there and do some token ass activities for the nurses. Oh, here is a fucking lunch. Woo woo. Oh, thank you, you fuckheads. How about getting more nurses in here? How about getting some more of this and that? And a lot of times, see, this is what happens. If it gets slow and it starts to slow down, there's no time for nurses to play cards, because guess what? When it slows down, they send one of them home early. So then what happens is, oh, now they got to send home early. They're not getting a full fucking check. Now trying to handle their bills becomes a little bit of a fucking shitty position, because they've lost out over a 2-week period. They've lost out 8 to 12 hours because it slowed down, and a hospital's not trying to pay any extra money. Oh, we're slow, so we're sending you home. That's not everywhere, but that's some areas that I've seen firsthand. So it is what it is, right? Let's see. Happy 420 to hope Easter is great to everyone tomorrow. Honestly, I prefer nurses to doctors, Rob. Yeah, me too. Most time I have a problem is with a fucking doctor, not a nurse. Nurses are hot, titchy. Doctors are old and ugly. You know what? That's not too far from the truth, actually. I'm trying to think of a hot doctor, or I can't think of one hot doctor, like smoking hot doctor. I think the only doctor that even come close to that, and I think my wife would agree with this one, is we had a OB doctor, Dr. Hanani, I think was her name. But I think the reason she was hot was she was also a plastic surgeon. Like, she was double dipping. Like, she would deliver a baby and then tell the patient, I could fix that for you. But other than that, I'm drawing a blank. I can't think, babe, you know any other doctors that are like hot? I can't think of any. Even like on the male side. I've seen some male doctors that probably women would go, oh yeah, he's kind of hunky. But I think the fact that he's driving a Tesla and some other stuff, you know, they would probably be like, oh yeah, he's a doctor. But anyway, I digress. Let's see. They have overcharge insurance companies which then overcharge us for coverage. Yes, exactly. Magic are way more than waitresses. Dunning-Kruger, ACC, Nam, hello. Leprosy. Yep, that was one I was looking for. Leprechauncy. No, we're not talking about leprechauns. Anyway, I like your picture. Thank you. Tenchi, great minds think alike. Bunny clan. Exactly. That's what we got. We got some fucking jackalopes. We got lopes up in this motherfucker. EMT are like that as well. Most of the people that sit in the medical industry, from the EMTs that come and pick you up, the paramedic stuff, you see massive amount of burnouts with all of these folks because they're treated like shit on all fucking sides. Even the cops get treated like shit too. That shit, I went off the other day on a fucking stream. Like, I get nervous when cops are behind me or whatever, but at the end of the day, I still respect the average cop because they also get fucked over on a regular. It's not even fucking funny. Let's see. Garen, see. Only Grey's Anatomy. Yeah, right. Grey's Anatomy is not indicative of the truth. Let's see. Paul, I've been in hospital so much they know me by name. Yeah, that happens. That happens. Let's see. ACC now. All right, so let's continue now. So the next thing I was going to get into is thoughts on this. A lot of things that are happening lately. We'll talk some, shadow stuff. I said it inside. I said it in the channel description thing. So I think the cat's out of bag. So yeah, Illuminati. So here's what I think, guys. I had a thought the other day, and it made me pause, and I said, son of a bitch, what if that's what's going on? So I read something a while back where this guy was supposedly this Illuminati insider. Like, he knew the inner workings of the Illuminati and whatnot. And I was like, okay, so if indeed this dude was the inner workings of the Illuminati, and he has several books out, and if the mainstream media is bought and paid for, I would pretty much be sure that books are also pretty much bought and paid for. It'd be really easy to cock block this guy's book from coming out or whatever else. So immediately I thought disinformation. Plus, this dude is like super good friends with Alex Jones. I'm like, okay, Alex Jones, frogs are gay, they're making us gay. Like Alex Jones, fucking loudmouth, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, I digress. I just saw one of the fellow YouTubers, a guy named by Marfugal News. He just hit 100,000 subs. And he had a bunch of people on, BP Earthwatch, what was it, EDC Nurse, and just a few other people that on there to kind of celebrate the fact that he had hit 100,000 subs. And I was listening to the stream, and I started laughing because, they're all, there's, we think that there's this new Illuminati, maybe Trump's involved, and obviously something's happening because we see the stuff with the church, Notre Dame burning, but the crosses and blah blah blah. So I got a couple of things I want to talk about. I believe in miracles. I do. My personal ideology, you guys know, I make I don't hide the fact that I believe in the Heavenly Father and things like that. But everybody's religion is their own. But when it comes to a big honking fucking cross made out of a composite of different metals, could be solid gold, could be gold plated, could be just steel, painted, whatever else, understand that inner sanctum was not burned. It was basically the roof, and all the rubble and shit you see around this cross is shit that fell down from said burned roof. So seeing the cross standing in the middle of the rubble, to me, didn't look miraculous. To me, it looked logical. So I was kind of like, okay. And this lends itself to one of the points that I'd like to make, which is oftentimes people will find what they want to find in any research that they do. So for example, if you have a Republican point of view and you're trying to demonize the Democratic side, it is very easy to find a ton of different things to substantiate a point that you have to make Republicans look better than Democrats and vice versa. So we see this shit all the fucking time. One thing that really drives me bananas is I seen this meme floating around demonizing Muslims. And they say, well, Muslims, they did this, and then they show these other groups and stuff, and they say these are the groups of people responsible for this many murders. And I'm like, okay, look, my wife is Catholic, which by default makes me Catholic because I promised the priest when we got married I'd raise our kids Catholic. The Catholic Church, though, is responsible for very, 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 just the Catholic side alone. We're not talking about all of Christendom. We're just talking Catholics here. The Catholic Church is responsible for so many fucking atrocities, I couldn't even begin to calculate the numbers. So when I see this thing where they said, oh, Muslims are responsible for this many millions of death, but they don't add in there the numbers that Catholics or Christians have done, then immediately I'm like, okay, your speculation is one-sided. You're not really doing a service to anything. You're just substantiating your point of view with bullshit. And that's what it comes down to. And I'm really fucking tired of this because it allows them to play us like fucking idiots. All right? Too bad they're not responsible for building the Notre Dame. Yeah, you know, what's funny is a lot of people came out and started donating money, and a bunch of these rich fuckers came out and said they're going to donate some money to fix it. And one person made the astute observation, wow, they can come up with billions of dollars to fix a building, but they can't use any of this money to fix social issues, poverty, things of that nature. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. That's a true point, but again, it's overly simplified. Again, it's funny. I saw Bernie Sanders. They were talking about taxation and things like that, and then this dude asked him, "Dude, aren't you a millionaire?" He was like, Bernie got pissed, and he was all, "Whoa, what?" He goes, "Yeah, dude. 2016 you made $1 million, and 2017 you made $1 million, and then you made 500,000, 600,000. Understand." Fuck, when he was making $317,000, that put him outside of all of us. I would imagine everybody watching this stream right here, right now, $313,000 in one fucking year is fuck you change money. That's like, wow, we could update everything in our fucking lives right now with $313,000. I bet if Vixen had $313,000 in her personal bank account, her stress level would be, a lot less. I would imagine a lot of us with $313,000 in our personal bank accounts would be pretty happy, right? Would be pretty happy. Then he hits the million mark. $1 million motherfucking dollars in 1 year. But everybody points to Bernie. Oh, feel the burn. He represents us, the little guys. Make no mistake, people. Like this bitch we talked about earlier. They are so far removed from us on a day-to-day basis. They don't know what it is to be us. They have no fucking idea what it is. Oh, these congressmen, these senators, blah, blah, blah. They get medicine for life. For free. That's their shit. When they said, oh, Obamacare, they said, okay, all you motherfuckers go on Obamacare. Nope. No, thank you. And now understand, Obamacare is actually pretty fucking good if you're on it. It just fucks the rest of us over that are paying for the taxes. So anyway, getting back to my original point on the Illuminati, I had a thought. What if what we thought was the Illuminati, the banking cartels, the people that are running the things from behind the shadows? What if it's also a tiered system? What if the Illuminati that we thought and the deep state operatives that we thought, what if they're not the end all? The Rothschilds, the fucking oh my god, I'm drawing a blank on those fuckers. There's Rothschilds, then you got the Morgans, the Rockefellers, exactly. So you got all of these tycoons, right? These bloodlines. But what if they're not the end all be all? What if they are just the visible tip of the iceberg? And then I was like, oh, because I'm listening to Marfugel and these guys postulate shit, you know, like, oh, what if it's this? What if it's that? And I'm like, guys, I've been saying, go back to my old fucking videos, okay? This is what's going to happen. Deep state operatives are going to get caught with egg on their face. We're going to see Hillary, Obama, these motherfuckers get carted off the Gitmo. The left side's going to lose their shit. We'll have civil war. Then right in the midst of civil war, Russia and China and some other operations are going to come in, and we're going to see potential for World War III. And then right at the end, when everybody's like, oh my God, we're going to fucking die. What are we going to fucking do? Trump will make some last ditch miraculous fucking thing. And then there'll be this new world order where it's America, Russia, and China. Oh, what is that? Is that a 3? Oh, what? Now, what if that shit also? It's just a tip. It's just a tip. Let me just put the tip in. Right? So we think, oh my God, that's the next thing. Oh shit. No. And then what begins after that shit is this huge Puritan movement where America goes through this uber Puritan phase where pornography is outlawed, alcohol is outlawed, drugs are outlawed, and then we go through this huge fucking iron gauntlet. Bam! Right? And everybody for a generation is somewhat miserable. But then this next generation is born into it, and they're kind of like, okay, yeah, this is what we've always known. And a generation after that, now we have this somewhat semblance of this illuminated mindset. Okay? And then at that point, the ones who have been behind the veil present themselves. And then everything starts to shift in a singular global control. One global government. And by that time, the aliens would come in and, oh no, what are we going to do? And then everybody kind of comes together. But it's only through this pain and suffering that they present that starts to force a paradigm shift in thinking in a way that we handle and process and everything else. Because right now, guys, we're scraping bottom. We have some really dumb motherfuckers, as is evident by a lot of our political leaders. Some of the shit that some of these fuckers say. Let's look at some of these. Let's look at motherfucking my favorite, Dianne Feinstein. This is the dumbest bitch of the old school. A lot of these new ones in there, oh my God, don't even get me started. I don't even know I can't even say their names. I refuse to learn their names. Like the bitch from New York, Ocasa, whatever. Oh, fuck her. Oh my God, she's just a fucking waitress that got hired that is just completely acting. You watch her and her things like, oh, look, I am the socialist dictator. Watch me do this and this and that. And that. I'm like, fucking somebody just shut her the fuck up because she's an idiot. But let's go back to the old school. Let's go back to fucking Feinstein. This is a direct quote, guys. Listen to this shit. This is about gun control. Yeah, AOC. Thank you. Listen to this shit. We have federal regulations and state laws that prohibit hunting ducks with more than 3 rounds. And yet, it's legal to hunt humans with 15 round, 30 round, and even 150 round magazines. If you missed what I said right there, and I didn't misspeak, this is a quote, and yet it's legal to hunt humans. Did she slip and let us know what the Illuminati do? Is she a member of the Illuminati? Is she one of the ones that hunts human beings? Dun, dun, dun. Or is she just a dumb bitch? I think she's a dumb bitch, personally. That's just me, but what do I know? And yet, it's legal to hunt humans with 15 round, 30 rounds, and even 150 round magazines. Clue, spoiler bitch, it's not legal to hunt humans. Fucking dumb. Dumb! Dumb! These are the motherfuckers. These are the fuckers that rule us. No. Rob, they don't rule us. They represent... No, fuck that. They don't represent shit but themselves. They consider themselves the elite that rule us. As is evident by another one of these dipshits, and I don't have him in front of me. He was talking about, oh, we got nukes. We'll make you motherfuckers do what we want. Did he just threaten us with motherfucking nukes? Are you fucking for real? And then they wonder why I feel the need to have this. They wonder why I think I need this. Rob, why do you need a gun? Because you're scary dumb people out there. You guys are them that make the need for this almost mandatory. So, I don't know. But getting back to this Illuminati shit, I'm listening to these guys, and it's cute because I think in their heart of hearts, they think they're doing good, but it's cute. I'm listening to these guys talking about, well, yeah, I'm doing this just because I care about other people. John X is the other guy I like to listen to. And then there's Richie from Boston. Like, I think out of all of them, the only one I really, really like would want to fucking hang out with personally and like drink with would be Richie from Boston. Just because Richie from Boston is fucking hilarious. That motherfucker is like, yeah, fucking do it or don't. I don't care. And I love that attitude he has. Like, he's sharing information and you either roll with it or you don't. But then you look at Marfugo and these other guys and it's like, they're sitting there throwing shade on other channels like, oh, those guys, they're operatives and this, that, and everything else. It's like, well, understand, if you are peddling fear porn, which a lot of these fuckers are doing, if you are fucking peddling fear porn, you, by the nature of the agenda, are their operatives. You're doing what they want you to do. They want you to spread this ideology, this fear, all of this stuff so that people will think about it, turn around, share it with hella people. Bro, did you know that this was going on? Okay, let's pause for a second. Maybe 10, 15 videos ago, I straight said, what if we are creating the reality around us, all of us collectively? Okay. And so one person in the woods screaming, Illuminati, Illuminati, you're going to do New World Order, has no effect on our reality. None. Zero. Zilch. Nada. Not a fucking thing. But then suddenly 1,000 people talk about it and there's a glitch in the matrix. Because now we're starting to have a collective consciousness postulating possibilities. Oh! All right, Backwoods, you be safe, brother. Now, these guys that have 100,000 views, 5 million views on a thing or something else, these guys now are the harbingers of the darkness. Because they say something, people hear it, they process, and then that starts to create the reality. Uh-oh. We done fucked up. Right? So now you got all these fear porn out there. Blah, blah, blah. And it gets to the point, I watch the stuff and I just laugh at it now. I just laugh at it. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Because, look, is there a chance that aliens are going to come down and fuck us? Maybe. Is there a chance that a super volcano is going to pop and kill us all? Maybe. Is there a chance that, okay, at the end of the day, does it really fucking matter? Because if those truly horrific events come to pass, the majority of us aren't going to be around to really go, oh, that really sucked. We're going to be dead. We're done. Game over, man. Game over. So, really, why waste the time you have right here, right now, worrying about that shit when you can go out and live life? Make love, have fun, spend time with kids, pet a dog, read a book, do something, right? But I see so many people get caught up in this fear porn that they just lose their fucking mind. Is it in a chance I can win $1 million today? Yes. Guess what? If enough people believed it, Bronx, if enough people said, today, Bronx is winning this motherfucking lottery, and the lottery pull happens, and enough people are like, and here's the key. See, this is where people fail in the magic, okay? You gotta believe. And the fucked up thing is, they tell us this shit. They tell us this shit in the movies. Neo, you are the one. Oh, really? Neo, you have to believe you are the one. Oh, he fell. What does that mean? It means nothing. Everybody falls in the beginning because you have to believe the shit. Now, how many times you sit there and you go, oh, I believe this is going to happen, and then right before, nah, probably not. Oh, you just fucked yourself. Do you know, this is a personal truth. This is a personal revelation from me. There have been in the last, since January, I have said things like, today, I don't know how, but today, there's going to be enough money to make this happen. When it's like, when it gets down to brass tacks, when it's like my balls are on the line and I'm like, I don't know how the fuck I'm going to do it. I'll wake up in the morning or in the nighttime, because my days and nights are reversed. I'll wake up and go, I have no idea how I'm going to do this. There's no way. There's no way. And then I catch myself, fuck you, dude. Fuck off. You're going to make this happen. I'm like, yeah, right. You know what? Yeah, you're right. Fuck it. Let's do this. And come in today, by some miracle, there it is, flip-flop, I got it, handled like a fucking champ. Wife's here as fucking evidence. How many times do I pull that rabbit out of the hat? White rabbit, follow the white rabbit. How many times do I pull a rabbit out of the hat? But see, here's the thing. It's not happenstance. It's because I'm like, no, it's going to happen. And I believe it's going to happen. Now, I can't say I can make $1 bajillion rain on me. But in those little things, I make that shit fucking happen. Because I believe it's going to happen. It happens all the time. Like, I'll walk to a mailbox and I need a check. I need something to be sitting there. I need it to be there. I need it desperately to be there. I put the key in the mailbox. And before I open it, I'm like, it's there. I already know. It's not, I hope it's there. It's like, oh, I know it's there. I can see it. I can see the color. I can see everything. Open it up. Boom. I get that. I'm all happy as fuck. But then there's like another letter in there. There's like a different color. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Well, I'll deal with that after. But situation number 1 averted. Now I'll deal with situation 2. You know what I mean? All right, let's go to the comments here real quick. Because I see there's a lot of shit going on here. Let's see. Not legal yet in regards to new hunting license, right? Exactly. Let's see. Let me see. Let me back it up a little more. It's always bigger, but let's see here. Oh no. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. Magic, nut job. I'm a Pastafarian. Okay. And then that's what she said. Libertarian Asgardian. Ever seen Demolition Man? Yes, I have. And that's also programming shit, you know. Let's see. Brian says, Ms. Ricks, LOL, what else is new, especially with this crew? Let's see. Blade, he just described it to a T. Let's see, there's always a bigger fish when the veil is removed. You're damn well better believe those leaders are answering to someone else. Exactly. So you got to wonder, how far up that fucking ladder does it go? Really? Let's see. Yak Dog turned 3 today. Yes, our political leaders are fucking terrible. No shit. AOC. Yep, that was one. 30 bullets per second magazine clip. I know those ones fucking are so stupid. I'm just like, oh, it's not a fucking clip. It's not a fucking clip. 30 bullet per second. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus Christ. New hunting license, not legal yet. Semi-fully automatic clipazine. Yeah, this is fucking stupid. Let's see. Open season on people. Cool, my hunting license is current. There you go. Fuck, legal to hunt humans. What are we waiting for? Time to clean house. See, that's the other thing. That this shit all happens in cycles. It's funny as fuck. That's right, Blade. Be careful. He's got an AR-15. Everybody run. Ah! Let's see. One sitting congressman believes too many soldiers on Guam will make it flip over. Damn. For the record, us Georgians don't claim him. Okay. Jesus fuck. That is fucking funny as hell. You can get a wicked piss on with him. Let's see. Oh god, fear porn so turn on now. Yeah, fear porn is just, man, it's just, in the beginning, it was fun. It was interesting. And now, just like regular porn, I'm completely bored with it. It's like, let's see, any midgets? Not yet. Not that I'm aware of. I don't think there's any midgets out there doing fear porn yet. Self-fulfilling prophecy. Yeah. Let's see. Chancing, let's see, million. At the end of the day, though, those people are genuinely want the best for the world. They're just complete idiots about it. Yeah, it's funny. And I don't disagree with that, Simicon, because some of the things, like, there's been times where I sit back and go, like, I've had conversations with my daughter, my oldest daughter. Like, we had a really good conversation one day. We're out having a walk. She said, Dad, how can we have a utopia? And my short answer was, we can't. There's too many stupid fucking people on the planet. And then she said, well, how could we solve that problem? I'm like, you'd have to kill the stupid people. But then you'd have to monitor the next wave of people. And as soon as somebody exhibited stupiditis, you'd have to kill them too. So as generation and generation goes on, you start to treat stupidity as, a fatal disease, and you just eradicate it. And then as you're continually eradicating stupid genes, then you're doing two things. One, you're erasing the brother of stupidity, which is laziness, because people see that, oh shit, if I act lazy and I don't contribute to society as a whole, and I get labeled as stupid, they're gonna fucking throw rocks at me and kill me. So then you solve two problems at the same time. But that is such a horrible horrible concept when you throw that out there, because people are like, Jesus Christ, you're a fucking monster. It's like, yeah, I'm a monster, but that really would be the only way. And so in that realization, holy shit, these guys are actually a lot nicer than I would be if I was the ones taking care of shit, right? So anyway, it's just one of those things. But getting back to these guys, I just sit and I listen to them, and I'm just like shaking my head, and like they're all, the path. There's only one path, and you have to go through Jesus Christ, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, I get what they're doing, and I applaud the fact that they're trying to walk the righteous path, and they're trying to get people to do the right thing. But listen, you can't force people via fear, or try to trick them with fear to walk a righteous path. Because just like an addict who has to hit rock bottom to get clean, for a person to walk a path of faith, they have to hit rock bottom in their own spiritual minds for them to make a change and to be really of the heart. And so by doing this shit and scaring people, okay, yeah, you might have somebody from a fear point of view saying, ooh, I repent and I go to Jesus Christ and blah, blah, blah. But really, what have you done? You've used the same mechanisms that the controlling groups are doing to cause somebody to convert to your ideology, to your thinking. And I think that does a huge injustice. I think it's much better to say, look, there's bad shit in the world. There's bad shit in each one of us. But you know what? We all have this tremendous amount of good that we could do for each other. We can help each other. And the funny thing is, oftentimes when you're helping others, you are indirectly helping yourself. Because if you're start cleaning up the ground around you, the ground's littered with shit around you, and you start to clean it up, and people see by your example, fuck, let me help, because there's no way this one dude's going to clean all this shit. Let me help. I like his movement. They come in, they all start picking shit up too. Another person comes, picks shit up. Now guess what? You're all living in a shit-free environment. That's a good thing. And I didn't have to fear monger anybody into cleaning up shit. I didn't have to say, you know, if this shit's sitting around, it's going to increase hepatitis C and it increases the chance of autism by 75% and blah, blah, blah. I don't have to do none of that. All I have to do is see something wrong, make a move to fix it, and everybody sees it, and then they step in and they start to do their part too. Because organically, that way, things will be better. I'm not forcing anybody to do anything. They are choosing of their own mind, their own will to say, you know what, I want to walk this walk. I want to walk this walk too. You know, he seems real happy cleaning that shit up. Because that's the other part of it is, find a calling that moves you that you're happy to do. Don't do shit just because they say it's the right thing to do. Do the right shit because in your heart you feel it's the right shit and you're happy about doing it. I don't have to tell motherfuckers bless you every time they sneeze. I don't have to open doors for fucking people and say, here you go. I don't have to say thank you or no thank you or anything else. Those things I choose to do because in my mind I feel those are the right things to do. To show respect to other people as I would want them to respect me. I'm trying to do things as an example to other people. Yeah, there's a lot of people that are lazy and are not going to do it, but there's enough people I think that want to have change that will do things. So that's what I think. That's just my opinion, my humble opinion. I think if you do good and you help, the reward is that. That's the reward. Because guess what? If the Egyptians were right and you die and your heart's weighed, even though that lodestone is that feather is very, very fucking heavy, and they take your heart out and they throw that shit on a scale, I have no fucking doubt in my mind they throw that shit, my shit's lighter than a feather. That's all I need. I give a fuck about what anybody else does. But I try to show this as an example to my children so that when they grow up, hopefully their heart will be lighter than a feather. So, anyway, let's see here. Let's see, did I miss anything? Idiots run the world, unfortunately. Ladder never ends. Just remove warning labels and the problems will cure itself. Yeah, and then companies get sued because of the other dumb people. And then you got dumb people being rewarded for stupid activities. Because stupidity is being rewarded right now. Simicom St. Mary's, Georgia, however, currently stationed. Oh, fuck, you're in Washington. I'm sorry. That's why I enjoy the Darwin Awards. Exactly. The Magic Cool. See, Magic, I'm right down the road from you. Really, Brian, where you guys, a lot of you guys are clustered really close to each other, you know. Oh, I know. Doesn't that drive you nuts, Simicon? You like hold the door for somebody and they just walk through like they expected it. And you're like, welcome, asshole. It's funny. It's funny. Yeah, a lot of you guys are like in Florida and stuff like that. Let's see. Heard of Pine Mountain, I don't know where it is. I make a point to say you're welcome really loud and they don't say thank you. I think we all have that pet peeve, right? You hold the door, here you go, and they walk through and you're just waiting like, seriously? You guys are fucking dicks. Whatever. But it's okay. You know, we do right just because it's the right thing to do. Let's see. Enough lopes together and put together Jackalope Con. Yeah, that would be fun. Actually, I don't remember who I was talking to. There was somebody I was talking to. Oh my god, his name's on the tip of my tongue. He just had a bunch of medical things and they were almost going to take his leg. And they didn't. And so that worked out pretty well. I was telling him, yeah, I'd like to get to the point where I get some shit going where we could do like a cruise or something. Because me and the wife love doing cruises and shit. And cruises are always fun. So do something fun for like a lot of people. Then there's Lyra and I way up north and out east and west. Yeah. Yeah, Lyra, Lyra just had her appendix taken out, guys. That's why she's been missing in action a little bit. She's super fucking cool. And I was really worried about her because I hadn't heard from her for a few days. And then she pinged me. And so she had her appendix it almost burst. She went in ER and they took her and they took another spot and had to do emergency operation. And they took it out and sent her home with meds and everything else and didn't cost her a fucking penny. So, there's some pros and cons to universal medicine. And it's my belief there is a way to do it, but the way that these idiots get together, they can't think themselves out of a fucking wet sack, But yeah, she's doing good. She's doing good. She's a little bit sore, but I'm not getting on a damn cruise. But I would for you, Rob. We do one of those cruises that's when we do our cruises, a lot of times they're right by land. Like a lot of times we're not doing the ones that go way out in the fucking ocean. Like I think when we did the one that went to Alaska, like I don't think there was a time, I think maybe there was 1 or 2 times where I couldn't necessarily see land, but we really weren't that far out there. But yeah, that would be, I think no matter what, it would be fun. Even if we did like a boat thing where the boat never really left, it just was out there and we could eat fucking good food and watch sunsets and just fucking hang out. I mean, that's bucket list shit. That's what I'd like to do. But anyway, let's see. I'm in the UK. Oh, get out. UK, get well soon, Lyra. Let's see. Wouldn't it be cool to get together at Blade Show? Yeah, wife was asking me if I was going to go to Blade Show, and I was like, man, I wanted to go to the one it's in Georgia, right? If I'm not mistaken. I think it's Atlanta, Georgia, right? That's where they have the East Coast one. But they also have a Blade West. And I was like, I don't know. I got to be really strategic with my time off now because I'm sitting on Graveyard. So I'm like, fuck, who's going to cover me on Graveyard shift? There's only me, really. But anyway, let's see. I don't know if I'm going to make it to Blade this year. I was repping the crew last year. Yeah, you did. Yeah, Magic went with a fucking Angry Jackalope shirt and everything. It was fucking cool. Let's see. That would be scary as hell. Blade would never be the same. Oh, shit. That would be cool, man. Like, I would love to go to Blade with, like, a big chunk of money and get there with press credentials before the doors open, just so I hit Peter up and get one of those fucking monster blades of his. I've been watching his Facebook shit, Peter Kohler, on his fucking monster fucking blades, and I'm just like, oh my god, I want one of those so fucking bad. But anyway, yeah, East Coast. All right, so that's no, we still got 2 minutes left. So we got 2 minutes left. Yeah, we're here to fuck shit up. That would be just insane in the membrane, I could just see them saying, yeah, Rob, we're taking your press credentials, you can't come here anymore. It's like, what the fuck? It was just one area. You guys got insurance, it's okay. But God, get us all together with a bunch of alcohol. Oh fuck. What would happen? I don't know. I could postulate, but I don't know. Anyway, that's going to be it, guys. We're pretty much at the end of the show. Hey, Brian, I took this out just because I know you got yours and you do crazy shit with it. But yeah, I was actually looking at this and I was like, this is, I don't like this for digging, actually. I'm still working on editing the videos that I shot last week with my daughter, and it's been slow going. Like, the editing part of the video stuff actually sucks. I like to do stuff like this instead. Hey guys, so today I've got a new blade from CRKT called the I know the name of this fucker. I think it's on here. Hang on. It's called the Fossil. Fuck. I knew it because I was thinking of those old school watches that I used to have. Fossil. Yeah. Look at Blade Jockey on it, right? So this one's been on my list forever and a day, just because I really dig the hammered finish first on there, and then some of the kind of micro scales that are on there. And I saw it at Walmart and was like, fuck, you know what? I haven't really rewarded myself in some time. And so I went and got it, and it really wasn't expensive. It was like $40, I think. For me, I was like, that's fucking awesome. And so, but like doing reviews like this is really easy because I could just sit there and say, yeah, blah, 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 I like this. And I could just do it off the top of my head. But then if I shoot it and then I go back and I'm editing it and I'm doing all this other stuff, then it just takes forever. So, this is a frame lock. The clip is not interchangeable. It has some really sharp edges, so if somebody wanted to do some kind of ferro rod strike, no problem, but this bitch will snag you on every edge. They did not round that out. Heft and weight on this is pretty much what you'd expect for a folder. Feels pretty good. Very super grippy in hand. Jimping on the back here is pretty nice for the thumb. Aesthetic wise is the main reason I bought it. I really like the aesthetics of it. I like the lockup, the look and feel of it. It doesn't line up exactly perfect center, but it was close enough for a $40 blade. I ain't mad at it. And as was noted by Blade Jockey, yes, it does have little bearings in it. It does slide out. It is really super nice in the way that it does it. Let's see, there is a note here. It's a Ecoma design, fossil. And it is what it is. I don't know anything about the blade steel. I don't know anything else about it. That's all I can say. But you can see just how quick and dirty I could do that. Now, if I shot this and I edited it, I'd be 2 hours in on it. 2 hours in on a blade review. So you guys see why I'm a little bit hesitant about churning it, edit after edit after edit out. You know what I mean? So anyway, was that Smell the Rainbow? Yeah, actually, it's funny you mentioned that, because I think immediately after this, we're jumping over to the Robert R. Ricks, and we are going to do a story time. Now, whether or not my wife's going to, grace us with her presence and her little soundboard, I don't know. Let's see. Did she say anything? Let me see if I missed anything. Boom, boom, boom. Story time. Based on Jackalope crew in Blade Show. Oh, God, why did you do that? Why would you throw that out there? They're like, yes, let's do that. Well, we could probably set a stage like that. Anyway, what was that? The Shock. Let's see. What did I miss? Holy fuck. Did I see a 500,000 CRKT folder? No. It's actually $750. No, the Shock midgets. XOC, the Shock. No, actually, I didn't know about that blade. Oh, look. She's got the little soundboard. Anyway, yeah, this blade profile, though, is nice. That's what I really liked about it. Just the overall presentation on it, I thought was super nice. And the fact that it was over in Walmart really made me happy. Because like I said, I've been wanting this blade for probably at least a year and a half, maybe even 2 years. Time flies by so much. I remember the first time I saw it, I said, this looks prehistoric future. It's like really fucking cool. The aesthetics on it are really nice. And I thought it was going to be a little bit bigger than this, but actually, for an EDC, that's actually pretty nice. And for the price, like, I will use this to cut boxes and letters and everything till the cows come home and not really cry about it. So, like, I've already started using it. Like, I was just looking up on a tip here. Just a tip. There's already some residue from tapes and stuff. Like, we came home, first thing wife said, "You got a knife?" I got a knife. We started cutting shit open. So anyway, I'm going to call it night, Rob, but I have a word. What the fuckalope came to life? WT, what the fuckalope came to life? We'll see. We'll see if I can put that in there. You guys have a good one. That's going to be it for now. Like I said, we're going to jump over to the Robert R. Rick side, and I will see you guys later. Let's see. Oh, no. Nut shop. All right. Bye.